Okay, you're just gonna take like a straight edge and go right along the seam on the top, and then also on the floor. And not break it, but you gotta push really hard. Thank gosh we have a backup. Okay. And this same, just go on the floor. I don't want to break this one too. And all you're gonna do from there is take one of those tools that you open a painter's can with and peel it off. You can use also just a flat edge, what do you call it? Screwdriver. That works just as well. You just want to get all that extra off. And so whatever works to get it off, you might just have to go back and forth between tools. And then you'll want to let this stand because there's moisture behind here, and let it just stay open for about 24 hours and come back tomorrow and put your new grout down. Okay, and I'll show you when it's all done, but basically you just want to get all of this out of here. And then use your brush to kind of just make sure you've got it all out. Okay, I'm gonna turn it off and get busy, and I'll show you the results. Now with all the silicone out and the grout out to the best of your ability, you'll go ahead and put on one thin layer. And then what you're gonna do with your finger is start at the end and go all the way down till you have it nice and smooth. And then just keep working your way up that line until you're at the corner and you've smoothed it all the way down. So I only put like halfway down the beading, and then you can really push in and make sure it gets into the crease all the way down. And then if you don't have enough, you can do the same thing on that way. And then just keep coming back over it till it's nice and even and deep in that crease. Okay, and you just keep going. silicone dries quick, so you want to make sure once you put it down, you kind of move it really quickly up. And then once it starts to set, don't touch it or else it'll goop up on you and look ugly. So I learned that the hard way. I had to take it off and put it back on. All right, that is the silicone. Back at you for the caulking in a minute. Alrighty. Okay, so you're gonna cut the top of your caulking off, and then with this little nifty tool, you're gonna spin it up, and then you're going to open the top. You need to open up so it's not, you want to make sure that opening on the inside is good and open so that there's a seal on top of just the plastic being cut. Okay. And so while I have everything out, I'm also going to do around the toilet base. You can see it needs it. So I'm gonna go ahead and redo this. Too bad I don't have like a stand. Let's see if this will work. Alright, so what you're gonna do, very similar to the let's see if I can do that in the right. Yeah, you can kind of see. Okay, so very similar to the silicone, you're just going to start a long tube of your grout. And as you know, the harder you push, the thinner the line is going to be when you use your finger to spread it. And the softer you push, the less thick, or the more thick it'll be. So you'll just start at the front and go around just like you did at the beginning. Don't start at the back because there'll be way too much if you start back here. You want to always start at the front and then go around so that you have control of how much you have on your finger. And you'll just keep going around. Okay. So you just start at the, don't go back here and try, because then you'll have a big loop. You always start at the front, and then you always just take what you were right before you just were and go around again, and then go around again. And just keep going until it's all the way thin and around the toilet. Okay, I'm going to turn this off. It's hard to do this. And obviously if it goes up too high on the toilet, just take a paper towel while it's still wet and you just rub it off. And there you go. Okay, and so this is the final project. All around. And the grout, or the silicone there. And down here. And then I also did grouting around the drain and on the two shelves. Took out the old stuff and put on new stuff there too. So now it's all back in business. We just need to let it dry for 24 hours before you shower.